Taking a nap.
Thanks for letting me come hang out.
Dude, thanks for coming, bro. I'm glad
I
you're,
wanted to make sure I saw you because I know you're about to eat. Who knows when I'll see you next?
oh yeah. Next time I come through Oklahoma or something.
Yeah.
Fuck cutting holes in this thing. Damn. Alright, so we didn't get a ton of filming done yesterday, but we did definitely make a bunch of progress, so I'm really excited for that. So I'll show you what we did. So I've got my water fill right here. I showed you guys I had the 42-gallon tank for fresh water. This is a 16-gallon gray tank. So we also have the water pump and accumulator all plumbed up. Also ran all the plumbing lines for the hot and cold, so all I really need to do is extend these over here to the other side, tee this off, and run from the pump outlet to the cold side, and we'll have running water. So that's very exciting. As you can see, we've got some RGB LEDs on both sides. These are fully programmable. Shout out to my buddy Ryan, Ropo Cyclops, for helping me on that project. We're also doing 4K lights that are going to be on strips here above. Just waiting on a few more of these channels to come in today, and we can kind of wrap up that project. So yesterday, going ahead and trimming out the shower, and had some leaks on a few of these PEX fittings. So unfortunately, I've got to get just some different pipe sealer. I guess the plumber's tape isn't quite working on these, so even the ones that are on the propane hot water heater were leaking as well. So that was a fun surprise. Once we turned the water pump on, it was kind of a mess back there. But this is I'm really excited about these little dimmable lights. So if you just tap it, it'll kind of fade out. Tap it again, it'll come back on, and then you can actually press and hold to dim it. So this is kind of going to be like my clothes cubby, where most of my like everyday clothes needs are going to be in here. So it's really easily accessible. So that's a great addition to that. Plus these are the channels that are going to be the soft lighting, same color here, just on the ceiling. So today, luckily we actually got an extension on my lease here at the shop. So my landlord was gracious enough to let me stay until Monday, which gives me an extra 5 days, which is really exactly what I needed. I've got 2-3 days of solid work left still, and then I have to move in here and then get rid of everything that I have here in the shop. So it's quite a bit. It's going to be 5 days of grinding pretty hard, but it's all going to be worth it in the end. So thanks for sticking around. Today, I have to clean up pretty much everything that's inside the van because I need to drive this thing. I got errands to run. I have to ship parts from my website, and I have to pick up a few things from Home Depot today. So we're going to go ahead and just get all this cleaned up so we can go ahead and drive this thing. And I'm really excited today because for the first time, the solar is plugged in to the solar inverter charger, and I've never even had it outside yet. So I'm really curious to see what kind of power the solar panels generate, and if I can run my AC just strictly off of solar, which has been my plan the whole time. Judging by all the equipment that I have, I should be able to do that, but seeing is believing. So let's get this thing cleaned up. Alright, she's pretty much done. So it's been a pretty wild last 5 days actually that we've been building this van. I've had a lot of help with some really good friends. You know who you are, and thank you so much for all the help. As you can tell, I'm like super exhausted, but it's all worth it. I'm really glad that this van is done, and I'm really excited to go on all these travels and adventures and show you guys that what it's all about. So we'll go ahead and just kind of give you a little walkthrough real quick. So really the only thing I haven't done is cut a hole for the window, and that's just because I'm kind of undecided on the specific placement, and it's much easier just to kind of have the window with me, and I can go get a jigsaw, you know, wherever I am, and I could use the power from the van to do everything that I need, all the mods. So just kind of hanging tight on that. But anyway, we've got four 410 watt LG panels, so 1640 total wattage of solar. I've got this nice RV door, shore power for 30 amp stuff, just in case I need it. And so when we get in here, pretty big step, but you boys got long legs, so I've got my e-bike right here. Super nice LED dimmer underneath. Got all my parts that I'm gonna need while I'm on the road. And still kind of working on the kitchen. Come to find out, I'll probably need a little bit more organization shelves just above, just to maximize all the storage space. I've got my toolbox here with pretty much all the tools that I could fit. I had multiple toolboxes here in the shop, but you can't bring everything, and I don't need everything either. So here's another light that's on a dimmer. So that's a 6K light, super nice for workspace and cooking. Kind of have all my power tools, flashlights and stuff for charging up there. Just random utensils, and I just went grocery shopping, so I've got some random stuff just kind of thrown up there. And so I need to, tomorrow I'm going to hook up the propane to the back of this. I forgot to do that earlier. We've got a little drawer just for some random storage stuff. Nice fridge, separate freezer on the top. Probably do a little shelf here tomorrow just to hold just miscellaneous stuff. And so here's kind of like the hangout section. Normally this bench over here just is in the couch mode, but I've got it just laid down. And so I've got all my power underneath here. We've got 4 200 watt 24 volt batteries. They're lithium. And I've got a temporary switch here. We had some problems with the switches we were using, so part of my weekend plans is to flush mount this and trim it out real nice. But you could see that we're only pulling like 7 amps with almost everything on. And I've got a nice 120 to 24 volt distribution panel in there, keep everything organized and circuit protected. Underneath here is just a bunch of storage. And I've got the shower that's still work in progress. I picked up a shower curtain today, but I wanted to wait to hang the curtain rod until I have the shower curtain. That way it's going to drape inside of this shower pan. That way all the water stays in there. Hoping that I don't have any issues with water contamination on the plywood there, but the way it works is it's a U-shaped curtain rod, so ideally everything's going to be pretty contained. I have FRP board on here that looks super nice, water resistant, so that should be really nice to have while I'm on the road in between the Planet Fitness showers. And over here we just have a nice TV. Got the Xbox and some electronics that I'm working on getting organized. And then I've got most of my clothes and bedding up here. So this is a 24 volt AC unit. Really pleased with its performance so far. It's pretty much the perfect setup for the van. Gets it really nice and cold pretty quick. It's 13K BTU. And we've got a little storage box behind it. It's all trimmed out just for miscellaneous stuff that you don't really need access to. And that's really about it. We've got water tanks underneath. This is a really cool folding table. So we've got a little place to eat. Pull up a chair here, do the work on the computer with a nice view. It's something other than a shop view. Pretty much these are always, I feel like, a work in progress. Or at least for me, they're really never all the way done. So kind of excited to really get on the road and test this out and see what other kind of tweaks I need to make to the build to just make it perfect and dial it in. So really appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching, all your support. So if you have any questions, just shoot me a comment. So we'll see you out there on the road.